welcome on in. Good evening to everyone all across the world. You are tuning in to Real Talk with Ro on tonight, and we're excited to have you here on tonight. You can see I have my guest here with me. The resident guest here is my good brother Frank Oliver. Man, say good afternoon, good evening, good night to the people.
What's up? What it do?
What it do? Listen, now I have I call her my little big sister in the building on tonight. She's gonna come in and just tear up the joint and give us that woman perspective that we so desperately need sometime. Y'all give a good Real Talk Ro welcome to my big little sister LaWanna Hills. Come on, y'all, put y'all hands together. In the building on the night. You got to move that mic up to you just a little bit. Pull the mic up to you just a little bit, so the people in the world they can hear you on tonight. So listen, we're gonna get right into the show on tonight. Last week we talked about double standards, and we already told you all we're gonna run double standards part 2 back at you. So just a little recap on last week's show. We talked about we ended the show dealing with the entanglement piece, and we thank the Lord that we ended the show on that, because Frank was on his way to ripping a new hole in whoever was gonna be on the phone next with on the entanglements, because y'all was just losing y'all mind with them entanglements, and y'all came, and Frank was trying to let y'all know that you have to be transformed by the renewing of your mind as it spoke to entanglements. So that was fun conversation, and we did deal with the double standard, and we kind of unlocked and uncovered how men are being perceived and what men can do, and we delve into what women can do and how they are being perceived. So now that we have a woman on the set this week, Frank, we think it'd be fair that we start this thing off right, and let's rehash, since we are doing double standards part 2, to get a good understanding from a real one. Now y'all don't forget LaWanna here. She's from the Yay area.
Yes.
She ain't coming to play tonight from the town, the home of the Golden State Warriors. You know what I'm saying? Them Oakland A's, the soon and recently departed Oakland Raiders. You know what I'm saying? She's from the Yay area, so she is gonna bring it real. But let's talk about these double standards as it pertains to relationships, sis. Why is it that there's a double standard? And let's see if it is a double standard where women have this laundry list of expectations, as the man got to be this, he got to be that, he got to be this, he got to be that. But then if you try to flip that thing, it's almost like the double standard kicks in, and women, I ain't doing this, I ain't doing that, I'm not doing this. Like, what's up with that?
What you mean flip that thing? Help me out.
I'm saying, like, you flip it. Like, I think off the rip, you would say, I can't speak for every woman on earth, because there's over 7 billion people on earth. But so I'm not speaking for every woman, no matter what your ethnicity is, Caucasian, Asian, Latino, or Black. But just as a general thing, we would say that most women would say, I want a God-fearing man.
I mean, we have our priorities.
Right. You have a priorities. I want a God-fearing man. Desires, right? We have we would like him to be employed, yes. Be able to provide, protect. Check. He needs to be able to do a whole laundry list of things. Some may say, I want them dark, I want them light, I want them tall, caramel. I want them caramel, I want them skinny. You know what I'm saying? He needs to be able to do this, that, and the other. It's a long laundry. It's a laundry list of things that this man has to check off, this whole list. So but if the man flips it over and say, well, she needs to be able to do this, well, I ain't doing that. So I ain't cooking, I ain't cleaning, I'm not doing, like, that's a double standard, that you got this whole list of stuff and you don't want to do nothing.
down a notch. You're getting a little excited.
I'm just trying to. You know what I'm saying? You see how she coming
That's
for me?
real.
You know what I
That's
mean?
real. Yeah.
But I'm asking. So when y'all looking for a woman, a real one,
Okay.
you don't have some certain list that y'all look at when you or look for in women? I mean, I understand what you're saying. I understand your question and your perspective. I think for me, what's for you is for you. It's gonna come to you, and that's you're gonna make it happen with that person that comes to you. God has somebody for everybody, they say, right? So as far as what your desires are, what women's desires are, it's often surrounded around what we can physically see. When you get in that thing, in that relationship, then you start to really see who that person is. Men tend to send a representative and begin the beginning, right?
Okay.
So you thinking that they got a whole lot of things checked off that list, and then you get into that thing, that relationship, and you see that it's something different. Then you start to wonder, what was it that the man was looking for? Am I satisfying that person's or meeting their expectations? It's a lot of ways you can spend that thing. So as far as double standards, I think that women can say that that's what happens with us oftentimes. Like we're held to a different standard. So I mean, you got to recap a little bit what happened last week. I did hear the tail end of the show when Frank was getting on one real quick. I was like, whoa, where are we going here?
Well, I don't remember where I was going there. I think the whole reality of what happened last week has to deal with we're specifically talking about and was surrounded by utilizing Jada and Will to uncover and bring out some I think inconsistencies in society in which we hold. See, I don't think there's a problem necessarily with anybody having standards. I don't really care, because you have the right to have whatever expectation you want, whether it's realistic or unrealistic. The question is you can't ask of somebody something you don't have or you can't give.
Right.
So you can't require something of me that you can't even require out of yourself. Then at that moment in time, if you have too many of those things, that lets me know, first of all, that you not authentic. And then I have to ask myself, I think the problem, because I think once we get away from this fluff, most people don't know how to date.
True.
Most people are driven by animalistic ways, as being mammals. We're really no different than lions, tigers, dogs, bears, and cats. Because really all really cats is really being driven by is a physical look of attraction and sex. Because at the reality, if I gave myself some time to really get to know you, then I'll find out, are you a person? Are you at least, let's say the majority of you, are you at least authentic? Or are you full of incongruences, hypocrisies, and lies to yourself? Because if a woman comes to you, for instance, because I always decidedly come from a male perspective, if a woman comes and she gives me a list, I need you to be caring, and she's not. I need you to be loving, but you're not. I need you to be sensitive, but she's insensitive. I need you to safeguard me, but she doesn't safeguard my heart. Well, already, I mean, even in baseball, you get 3 strikes and you out.
Right.
But what has happened is I listen at what you said, and I'm just going, I'm so busy trying to prove that to you because I want that cat. I want them goodies. And we almost like little kids. I did it, mommy. I did it. Can I get the cookies? Instead of realizing now that relationship right there, and this is what I think about male and female relationships is that if we go from the notion that Ro had last week, that women control this thing, instead of us coming as two beings, me understanding that my penis is as platinum as her vagina is. And that you need it as much as I need it as much as you need it, and we bring something together. Then I'm not like the little kid who says, mommy, I need some cookies, please. Look, I'm did good today, I want some cookies. I come as a conscious person saying, look, I bring this to the table. Are you worthy of me? as I should be worthy of you. And I think if you then come from that, the dynamics change. But the society
Right.
has put it to women, you run this, and men have bought into the place that women run it. So therefore, now we complaining about double standards and we mad at women when the reality is you shouldn't have never accepted those rules in the first place of playing the game. I don't accept those rules. And I think when we for those who, because Rose really, he's real big in the church world. For those who really watched Preachers of LA, and they got mad, but I think we're gonna redeem Noel Jones. When Noel Jones said, "I am the prize,"
Right.
he was trying to get us to a understanding that you men, you can't be like, you know what I mean? You can't.
Don't shortchange yourself as a man.
You bring something to the table. Feel that you bring something to the table.
Yeah.
And I promise you this, what I've learned is this: majority of women can't handle a man who walks in a confidence. A lot of women, especially a lot of sisters, they like men they gotta fix.
Yeah,
because
that's a
Elaine
lot.
Brown told them they got a taste of power. Once a woman get a taste of power, anybody get a taste of power. Once you get a taste of power, once you get a taste of freedom, that's why I came from more holiness church. I came from a real strict church, and they knew if you tasted that sin out there, you was gonna go on out there. So they tried to keep you from it. Once you got a taste, boy, you already knew.
You bit of whatever fruit it was. Whatever the fruit it was.
You taste it.
It's over.
See, I came from a different church than Adam and Eve. Eve bit the fruit. When I came from church, if you ate the fruit, if you tasted the fruit, you was gonna eat the whole tree. You get what I'm saying? and so what happens is they get that taste, and once they get that taste, then you want them to go back to a place of I didn't see that, I didn't taste that, especially when they're dealing with a man who's not secure in himself. How am I going to ask a woman to reduce herself and allow a insecure man to cover her?
Well, it's like unringing the bell. You can't unring the bell once you in it. You done already heard the bell ring. Like society has people.
See, I flipped it on him. See, I told him you don't never know which way I'm gonna come. Anyway, I look at this thing from any way because it's so complex, right? So sis, I'm coming to you and telling you I'm the man, and I look like it. Right. I got the car, I got the house, I got swag, I smell good, I watch Hitch. You know what I mean?
Bank account, right?
I got the bank account. I'm buying I'm buying the boom. I got this for you. Boom. Don't touch nothing because I know them weak dudes been letting you go Dutch, but I got it all. And so on paper,
right? Okay,
I'm looking good.
Okay,
right?
Until you moved in,
right?
And you realize why you always on your phone. What you doing? Where you at? You realize I got some inconsistencies. And then you like, but I like this dude. And I moved in and I can't go get my lease. So I'm gonna have to ride this one back out. So then, but if you think I'm about to let you just now run me and be head over me, right, when I realize you a little pooty booty, but you look good. But when I really got in, it ain't what it is. And so I think that men gotta ask themselves, when you come to the table, just come authentic. Just like, boom. Why? What is wrong with me saying I got all this stuff? So let me put it this way. What is wrong with me saying the reason why I'm buying your food is not because I'm a gentleman or all of that. I'm buying your food because I'm possessive.
Well, that would probably scare the women away.
But
you came that direct.
But ain't it real?
It's real, but there's the art to building a relationship. It's
okay.
There is.
I mean,
no, I'm with you because I want to hear it.
There is an art to building a relationship. It's not about not being real. It's about how you present that. right?
Okay.
Like everything that we see in society, what's on social media, if it looks pretty, we want to buy it. We're gonna push purchase. You know, when you're building a relationship, you got to look at everything going and coming. You got to have them real down conversations. If you were to say that and you're sitting across from a woman that you actually want to be in a relationship with, and she knew you, she would receive what you're saying. If she don't know you because you haven't taken the time to build a relationship, you probably would get ghosted.
Because I
but
put
then-
too much on.
because
Because
you
I
put
showed
too
too
much.
much.
Exactly.
So you can't. So what you're
You
saying
can't
is
show
there
your
has to be
hand.
a level. I just want to.
She wanna be
There has to be a level of fronting.
I would, you know
Yeah,
what?
you
A
wanna
certain
be,
level
she want to
of
be
fronting.
fooled.
There's
Right, it's
an
a
fool
certain
me.
level- right, it's a certain level
Come
of
on,
fronting.
baby, just tell it. Because
There
she
is
fooling
an
me.
There is an authentic
I'm with you.
way that you build a relationship.
I'm with you.
and they're gonna accept you or they're not gonna accept you.
I want to be fooled. I ain't gonna even lie to you.
Yeah, right.
Do not come to me. Don't come answer the door like you just woke up and I just met. I don't want that.
Right.
I don't want the head thing on.
So when
But
you go
then
to
how
the
far
grocery
does the
store
fooling go,
and you
though?
see a woman walking through the grocery store with her pajamas on,
I think she's
Yeah.
not taught.
Yeah, she ain't taught.
okay, so you're not gonna step to that.
Oh, I might step because it depends on how she looking in the pajamas.
Right, that part. It's right. We're physical.
But-
like, let's be
but-
honest.
but-
Like, if she
but-
cute
Okay.
in them
But-
pajamas, like,
But
yeah,
I'm not.
she
I'm
cute.
not. The question on my mind is not is she wife material.
That
Okay,
part.
so the
Question on my mind.
ratchetness, all the ratchetness that
You
comes from her
come-
being at the grocery store.
You
in
come in them.
pajamas.
You come in the pajamas. You come in the pajamas, and let's say you put on the pajamas with the little G string on, your booty clapping while you walking down the cereal aisle.
right.
I am. Can I be real? I
Be
mean,
real. This
I
real
am.
talk.
I'm looking at you twerk. I'm looking at the flesh,
Right.
and I'm like, I want to know what that look like.
Right.
But I'm not asking. Oh, did the
She
Lord
not
drop
wife
that?
material.
Because I don't think the Lord was gonna drop her in pajamas in Albertsons.
Okay.
You get
Okay.
Mhm.
Let's go to, before we get too far. Let's go to our comments. Frank, you got some. I'm looking at one from Beard. Beard, man, what's up, bro? He says there's an art to building a relationship. A good man who finds a good woman together can build a beautiful portrait through their relationship. So, and then we'll get to your comments. that you
Beard is
see.
wait, let me tell you something.
So I'm just saying. So what Beard is? So
Every
Beard, what
week,
you saying?
He's
is,
a smooth talker. dog.
Ain't he smooth?
This
He be
Negro
trying
is
to
the
kill
most
us.
poetic. He the poetic preacher I know. It's just that was beautiful.
It was, but that
But at
ain't
the end
realistic, Beard. We looking at you right now, man. Stop selling these women that. I'm messing with you.
It might be realistic. It's just the point. I ain't got there yet about you. When I first meet,
It's
when
all.
I first
it's
meet
all-
with
yeah.
you, I feel something, I saw something, and I can't say it's just physical. Something that the chemistry and the energy in the room drew me to you.
Right.
And so therefore, I'm trying to a man that finds, I really think discovers. I'm trying to discover why out of all the things in the room, I was drawn to you. Because see, I don't know where most people meet they mate at. You know what I
Right,
mean? And
that's true.
especially now, I know y'all meet online and all that stuff. But even then, what out of all the options we all have, what made me draw to her? What made me engage her, or what made her engage me, or what made her make me say? Because there's a bunch of men in the room, and she giving some energy. The other one's like, please don't come. But
That's
then,
real.
but then,
We do that.
but then, when I look at her, she kind of make that energy like you can come though if you want to come. You see, what made us have that type of chemistry?
Right.
So that's
since-
what we're trying to discuss.
Since talk about, I mean, you're married now, but I need you to go back because I'm the only single one here. But so you all have better reference with relationships. Current, Frank, you're married. Since you're married, talk about from a woman's perspective when you were dating. How were you feeling? What Frank is talking about, that discovery of a relationship, that building of a relationship,
Right.
even if you were still dating. What were some indications for you that said, nah, I'm not messing with that dude? Did it take you one date? Was it just a look? Was it his conversation? Like, oh, he ain't on it. And then because you knew what you were bringing, like, what was your list?
I mean, I think there's a balance. I can't say that I had a list. I know women in general are emotional creatures.
Okay.
So when we connect with somebody, it's coming from an emotional state first.
Okay.
You know, you got your physical, emotional, spiritual, you got all them different levels of how you looking at your mate or looking at somebody you desire to be with.
Mhm.
And so men don't necessarily come from that state. So when I talk about building a relationship, I'm looking at seeing, do we have that chemistry? I like sports. I wake up watching Sports Center. Most women don't do that. So first time my husband found out that that's the first thing I watch, and we talking sports, that's a connection for me. There's
Whole
those
different connection. Yeah.
there's those levels of connection that I think that I was looking for. I call them red flags. And we talking about the list. No, I'm not looking for the list of I want this or that. I'm looking at, okay, what's them red flags? Those things that I know that I'm not going to deal with. Contrary to most women too. Yeah, it's intriguing to repair or put together somebody that's broken because you feel like you've accomplished something. You feel needed. You feel that they have that desire because you helped them through. But most women don't realize when you fix them, you fixing them for the next person, because that next person can come in and swoop it right up, because what you tried to do is be there for them through what they were going through or what they had been through. And they don't appreciate the fact that what they have or what they need is right in front of them because of one reason or another. They dealing with multiple things. So not saying that I'm not opposed to that. What I'm saying, I think, is what I look for was the red flag. If you got kids, I had kids coming into my marriage. You have kids and you're not taking care of your kids, that's a red flag.
Okay.
Not because I want you to come take care of mine, but because you're not responsible for another human being. So there's a few things for me that I look for. I have a relationship with God. Do you value that I have a relationship with God? Is it important to you that a woman has that relationship? Well, if it's not, that's a red flag. I mean, not saying we got to go to the same church or same denomination, but we have to have the same belief, and that was important to me. And so, at that time, I made a lot of money. My husband makes a lot of money. We have to be balanced. So, it was a lot about that for me, was important, that nice balance, because it's easy to enter into a relationship with somebody and you guys be unequally yoked, as they talk about. My mom used to say that all the time. I didn't know really what she meant until you get into a relationship and there's that balance. If I wake up, I don't feel like going to church or turn the church on nowadays. I go downstairs and my husband got the church on. Like, there's that balance, there's that energy and that drive that keeps you motivated about. I needed that. And when I was dating, when I was looking for a relationship, and there was a lot of people that found out what I did, and all they were worried about was me paying the other half of the bill or me paying the bill, so that's a turnoff. That's not something that to me is attractive. And it takes a very confident woman to be in a relationship with a confident man,
Right.
and allowing them to have that
right.
confidence.
Right.
So,
I think what you say, when you say red flags, I teach people when I'm in, what's it called? It's nothing on there. I'm trying to tell you. There's no
Ain't no God.
it's just red flags. And they talk about, they amen in my sister. Amen. I tell people, I call the red flags not negotiables and non-negotiables. There's some things I'm just not going to negotiate. But majority of the time these are people who know themselves.
yeah.
See, when you begin to engage with people asking about red flags, they don't really have none. He better not cheat on me. Okay. Are you
That ain't a red
serious
flag.
about it?
Like, yeah.
So I would tell people to go back, but I want to go back to this thing about women who like men to be their experiment. Because what I realize is also a lot of preachers, you can learn from a lot of preachers. A lot of preachers, that's what they love dating. They love dating their ministry because they have no balance. But the problem is what you don't realize is, for the person, after you get them fixed, where's your thrill gonna come?
Yeah.
Because you had thrill. It's like when you get a new toy, you always have this new thrill, and then after it's over and done, and that toy, you learn, you conquered that toy, you're ready for that new thrill. And I think that people, if you're not careful and this is what drives you, you're gonna bound to put yourself in a place of either you're going to abort the relationship, you're going to live in a complacent place, or you're going to find yourself cheating. And I want to broad cheating out, because then you're going to have to find something else that gives you that thrill. Children, friends, boo, another side. I don't know what it is, but you're gonna find yourself searching for something else to give you that thrill, because you're driven by trying to fix something and then fix something else. So, and then a lot of people who go in those type of relationships, that's why their relationships get boring, because now you're not excited no more, and that person's not excited no more, because that, or the person just keeps on getting broke. As soon as you get ready to fix them all the way, they just fall off and get broke. Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall and Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. They just fall over again, because the only thing we have excitement in is getting fixed. You know what I mean? Fix me. I need to be fixed. And we get in that type of place. And I think sis said it the best, when you looking at somebody from where's my red flags, what I can handle, what I'm not going to handle, you're looking at it from a place of being whole. Like people think of what whole is really, I know me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm true to myself. That's period. It. Whole don't mean you don't have no deficiencies. We all got sinful. We all got deficiency. I just know me. I know what I can handle, what I can't handle, where I'm going to be and what I'm not going to be.
Yeah.
There's no perfect person, period.
Yeah, no
woman,
so then are we talking
what's
about
perfect for you, though?
A1? Come, we look like we may have lost the picture in here, bro. But I think they can still see us, but we may have lost
they can hear us.
I think they can see us. They can hear me. Okay. Are we then now talking about the wholeness of the person? Like, if we're talking about relationships, I want to make sure we put this in the right context so we can broaden this conversation. If we're dealing with relationships, we're coming to the place of what sis talked about, is that fine line that you were saying that you have to walk through when this relationship is going. You can't put all your cards on the table. There has to be a little bit of the representative in order to, it's almost like going fishing. You got to put the bait out there in order to get her attracted, but it has to be,
you got to have
a level of authenticity also, so that she's not thinking she's dealing with your sponsor.
She said you got to have finesse. That's it.
Right.
A lot of brothers don't know how to be finesse, man.
They don't.
Come on, baby.
Let's talk about it. Right. If we go right, I mean, are you talking about finesse, or are you talking, because we're not just talking about finesse? I'm just talking about not just brothers, but the woman as well. The guy doesn't want to deal with the sponsor either. So what level of the woman has to be not all on the guy? We know we coming from our perspective, but is the double standard that if I got the finesse, then what is your part and your authenticity?
So then you think about it from what attracted you to that woman, right?
In the first place, right? She had a level of some type of finesse. She got your attention, right?
Right. But I mean, can we say this honestly, for guys, it may be before she opens up her mouth, it's for us possible a look. She looked a certain way before she articulated anything. The look is what attracted the guy.
Well, let's first of all,
can we say that? Is that not it?
No. Let's talk about two different type of dudes. This is the only time y'all gonna really get me to be on this tip, because I'm usually for the unity of the brethren. But I'm gonna break it down.
Okay.
Yeah,
There's thirsty brothers.
There are very thirsty brothers.
Their notion is I'm gonna throw everything out there, and whatever bite, I'm grabbing it.
Okay.
They fish. You use the analogy of fish. They fish with a net. They just throw the net out there, whatever they catch. They don't care if it's seaweed. They don't care what type of. They don't care catfish. They don't care what it is. They grab it in. And then you got other brothers who they know they fishing rod. They know they bait they got, and they know where they fishing, because they're looking for a certain type of fish, and they won't certain. And if they get something that's too small, they're gonna throw it back in, because they know exactly what they want.
Right.
Now
that's we would call that the dating process.
No,
that's not the dating process when you go out there.
No, I call those two different brothers. I'm saying there's a brother who's out there thirsty. We all had that dude who rode. I always have dudes. When I rode with entourage of dudes. There was always that one dude in there. He gonna talk to everything. He don't care. Everything that's walking,
everything smoke. Everything moving.
That's it. And then whatever bit.
The
process of
irony of
elimination
that is, wherever y'all at, there's women that are watching that same thirsty brother talk to every single thing that's moving. And when you try to step to the person that's in front of you, They looking at you like, no, man, I'm seeing you try to holler at everybody here.
Okay.
But then
That's
there's
not attractive.
right, but there's that other woman who said, "Dang, I ain't nobody ever talked to me. Just come on, I won't. I just right.
Let's talk about that other woman. Like,
now,
come on.
what I'm saying is those two people need to get together.
The thirsty woman and the thirsty dude.
They need and make thirsty babies. I don't really care. You know what I mean? But what I'm saying is let's talk about this other dude that you talking about.
Okay.
That dude gotta have finesse. You get what I mean?
Okay.
That dude has to have finesse. That's what they do. That dude is this dude. That dude is. You see that girl, for some reason she got your attention. You can't. You said I can talk to anybody in here, but I hollered at her. Now just because you can talk to anybody. Something about her attracted him to that person. And that's all I'm saying to you. Now you had enough finesse to step. She had enough finesse to get you to look at her other than the other 50 women in the club.
Okay.
Now, if you looked at her and it was like she looked good, boom.
That's the physical though.
Yeah, that's finesse. But if her mouth, if she ain't got no words,
right. I was
her
talking
level's
about,
over.
I was talking about off the rip. Off the rip was what we can go deeper once she start communicating and talking. You're gonna see her intelligence. And if you're that man that, okay, if I see you, I'm attracted to you first physically. There's something physically that attracted me to you.
Right.
And then second, your articulation, what comes out your mouth may be the indicating fact if I'm gonna keep talking to you or not. But is it first physical for us?
Okay. No, what I'm gonna say is it can't be. Sometimes it's just like I said. I've talked to women. So let me say this. To me, you 4 women in the club.
Okay.
I tend to always, since I was younger, go for the one who wasn't the cutest, but the one who smelt most responsible. I always tend to used to get the driver.
That's a different way to put it. Smelt most.
She smelled responsible. And I'm gonna tell you why. I've seen girls who rode her. She got 2 homegirls. One who sits in the front in the passenger seat. She probably a 10. She got one in the back who probably a 10 too. But they so cute, they've been irresponsible all their life.
Right.
And you can tell they're gonna be dressed crazy, they can get drunk. But I always tend to look for the girl who couldn't drink enough because she was the driver. She's usually the most responsible, and she was the one who had a job. Me and her meshed together because while everybody else is asking my homeboys who's in the car, he might look better than me in the passenger seat. And he might got it all together. All my friends used to be taller than me. Everybody I hung with was 6 feet taller, always. So he might be taller, he might be, but guess what? They always need to call us to get to where they need to go.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was attracted to her not because she was the best looking one. It was because something else about her brought me there. And that's all I'm saying, brother. That's all. What I'm saying is it's not always physical. Sometimes it's not always physical. Sometimes it's just you. It's the energy. I'm gonna go back to that word. We scared to use that. But it's the energy that somebody else gives off and you give off to them. And sometimes if we are more in tune with energy, we'll know what type of person we attract. And then there's times my energy is off. Sometimes it ain't energy. Sometimes it is flesh. I saw her and that's some stuff I like. And when she opened up her mouth, depending on how ignorant she was, depending on where I was going to put her. Now, when she opened up her mouth and she was ignorant, I knew I couldn't take her home to my mama.
You're right.
But if she can formulate at least the subject, if she couldn't get the predicate down, maybe we can hang and we can chill because she about to, because physically she looked good. Right. And guess what? Women do the same thing. You can't bring Tyrone and Puka Duke to your house, but he's strong. He'll pick you up. You were smooth by him and felt that he's endowed, and you like, muscle. I ain't gonna let nobody know, but he my stress reliever. And I'm telling you right now, women know they got that. I ain't gonna marry him, But boy, can't he ain't got brains, but he make it up in the bedroom. He got a B, not brains, but he got that bedroom down the bed.
There it is. Can we let's talk about this. That's I'm thankful you went there. How quickly, from a woman's perspective?
Wait, hold on.
What you want to go? What they saying something, or they just they ain't talking about nothing?
Thermisha.
Thermisha,
you know her?
What? Thermisha?
She said usually
Mitchell?
that thirsty.
Romeo?
No, she said who's that with the muscle shirt? The only person got a muscle shirt on is you.
I don't.
Bro,
listen, I'm not. I don't have no more. Bro, Mail. Don't be coming for me on this platform, Bro Mail. Listen,
said,
Bro Mail. You better leave me alone. I ain't got no muscle shirt on.
He got that muscle shirt on. She said, hey. Talima said them gray sweats. And that's why I don't wear sweats to this. I mean, no. I always, you remember we went shopping the other day, and I really want to get some gray sweats. And the only thing I can remember is that Talima and them had a conversation that with gray sweats, you can see a man's penis imprint. And I'm like, oh my God.
I'm not wearing.
And even to this day, even to this day, after I heard the girls having this conversation, I tend to wear when sweats. I tend to wear I wear my boxer briefs with some tights on underneath,
and then put your sweats on.
Right, because I just think, well, to me as a preacher, I think my charisma is enough. My loudness is enough. Okay. The last thing I need you to do is I need my penis to be bringing you to. I got enough problems with everything else I got than my ping to be getting you. And the Lord has been good to me. So,
boy, listen.
The Lord has been good. Some brothers on here ought to just thank the Lord that He's been good to you. He's been kind. I remember when my son, my youngest son, my oldest too, but my youngest son, when I went to go get him circumcised, I had to tell the Jewish woman, I said, "Do you believe in the Lord?" I said, "The Lord has blessed him." And I believe the Lord is gonna bless your hands to keep him
right
where the Lord's blessed him.
He working with a monster.
After she got done, I said, "That's God still. I'm still in the midst."
He working with a monster.
Yeah, I told my son, the Lord has
been kind.
He's been kind to you, son.
Wait, I got a question. Okay, so Frank, you broke down the two different type of men, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So what does it take for a man to step to a confident woman?
I mean,
what's the reason why you wouldn't?
I think because there's this notion that we got about confident. I think the problem with confident women do not know how to distinguish themselves. Women don't do a good job of distinguishing themselves from women who are arrogant.
Yeah, I think that's true.
So there's a fine line between arrogance and confidence.
Man, if you listen to the songs, yeah. If you listen to the songs with men. Joe say, "I'll do what he can't do." You R&B songs, men be doing some shade.
Like they do. Men
that
darn Joe.
A man,
Tank.
A man, and
Tyrese.
And let me say this: a man like me who got a bro code that I'm not gonna talk on him.
Yeah.
But I do know how to create a picture in a way that I ain't gotta talk about him. But if I show you this picture, you know he not it, right? Right. I mean, we all like, like, boom. Now, I think the problem is what women is they don't do that. So I see you with your homegirl, and I know she insecure, but she talking all arrogant. Like I see your group, and then I see you, and you say you confident, and I don't know.
So your circle dictates.
Man, your circle can. A lot of women don't realize confidence. So the difference between confidence, arrogance. And what I mean by arrogance is you're outwardly annoying about thinking you all that. But then I want to talk about the inner one that has pride. So there's some women you confident, just because you confident don't mean you got it all together.
Right.
And then don't be prideful to know that there's that area right there that you don't have it together. So I don't really have the problem is I know when I see you. I'm cool. She confident. I like how she walk. But then the question is how much pride am I gonna have to deal with her to break her pride down? Because
that's where you step in. If that's what you're looking for as a confident woman, that's where you step in with that art of building a relationship. You got to learn a little bit more about them and be that balance, right?
Or confident, a lot of confident women. I really believe the problem is majority of women.
You ain't trying to spend the time.
No, because I think what happens is the majority of women in our society now. I think it's going to be I can say it was different. It was about 50-50 when we was growing up.
Yeah.
But now it's bad. A lot of women have not had a healthy relationship with a good man.
True.
I'm talking about grandfather, father, brother. They ain't had a healthy, so they really don't even know when a man is trying to give a healthy suggestion to you. And so a lot of times women who are confident, they think you trying to call them out. You trying to, you know what I mean? You confident. If you confident in yourself, why everything got to be an argument? If you confident in yourself, why can't you have your opinion? I have my opinion and it stay there. You get what I'm saying?
And it's
so
okay.
Right. So I mean, the reality is we two thinking beings. So if you're really confident about yourself, and so I just think that some of the problems is how you that confident. And then some women, they say they confident, but I don't really think they are, because I think confidence is expressed. When a man walk in the room, you like that dude, he
got it.
He commanding the room. He got some confidence in himself. The question is sometimes I don't know, is she confident or is she just boisterous? Is she confident or is she hiding? And so I think it takes us a little more work to figure it out. Right. And I'll just say this, it's hard for me to do work when 15 other sisters don't want me to work. See, women are their biggest issue.
That's true.
There's 15 other women. You asking me to take you out, wine and dine you, and love on you, when 15 other girls just want me to bring some fried chicken over the house and I can get in them drawers. I mean, you gotta
But that's the double standard. If you looking for a relationship,
but she's your homegirl.
That's not the double. Yeah, she's your homegirl.
But y'all roll with them type of girls too.
That's the world we live in. There's the ratio between men and women is crazy right now.
You gotta ask yourself though what you want. If you're looking for a relationship,
if
you want that one that's easy, that's gonna
even if I'm looking,
bring some chicken over.
But even if I'm looking for a relationship.
Yeah, that's different.
No, it's not. Even if I'm looking for, let's say I'm looking for a relationship. I think most Christian guys, if you somewhere along your life, the Holy Ghost is gonna tug on you sometime and tell you that your childish ways, you got to grow up now, son. Right. Somewhere. Now, even if you're looking for a relationship, this woman is asking me, let's break down financially. You're gonna go out to eat. Now at post-COVID, let's build somebody. Post-COVID, you're not going out to eat and not gonna find a meal for one person less than $20. Right. I don't care where you go.
Right. Yeah.
So now here go this girl, y'all. If we talking about you in your 30s or 40s, now y'all confident women been the Roof Chris, y'all been the Maestros. Right. Y'all want even if y'all went to Red Lobster, I'm about to spend $60. Then we're gonna go, if we go to a movie after that, I'm about to spend $60. Right. So now how many dates, how much money invested am I going to put into you to figure out who you really are, when I know your homegirls that you hang with, which to me, birds of a feather may be flocking together. Your homegirls who you hang with, they not asking for that. And I can go a bucket of chicken. That date right there costs me $300. I'd rather buy $10 buckets of chicken and do a process of elimination to hope I come up on one for $100. I can get at least 10 of them.
That's the very definition of double standard. That is the very definition of double standard.
I don't know if it's double standard.
I don't know if it's double standard.
I think it's the rules. Because I'm gonna say first of all, I don't agree with equality. I don't believe that men and women are equal. I believe in the humanity. And let me say this before people get all upset, because I believe that
I look right at the comments like, where it go?
I believe in the Imago Dei. I believe that God made man and female in his image and in his likeness. So I believe in the dignity of humanity, that I got to respect all human beings as I will respect them as God's creation. So that gets over me thinking little, big I, little you. But I also believe God gave everybody a measurement of faith. To the measurement of their faith, the measurement of their gift. We use this term in the church. That means that everybody don't have. Some people are a bottle full, some people are glass full, some people are a swimming pool full. The only thing that matters to God is that you full. Because what I want and what another person wants is going to be two different things.
Right.
Somebody might just be cool with that condo. Somebody may be cool with just having an apartment. They don't want to own nothing. That's not a problem. I think we in the world look at people. That's their standard.
That's what they're okay with.
And I can be okay with
yourself if you okay with that.
Right. So what I feel is, because everybody in their different roles give you different privileges, give you different responsibility.
I agree.
So if I have to be the initiator, there is a way that I should be able to count my costs different than the person who's the receiver.
So we started the conversation though, talking about why women got a list, and then when they carry, they want somebody carrying, but they ain't carrying. Okay, so if we're talking about it from that perspective, and everybody has their role, I believe that the man is the head. That's the way that it's designed.
Okay.
So there are women that want to stand next to you, and no matter what, we're the helpmate, no matter how you look at that. I truly believe that. It don't mean that if I am your helpmate and I make more money than you, then you should be doing stuff for me, or it should be you're no longer the head just because I make more money. That doesn't matter. It's not.
But sis, would you say this matters though? Because this is what I think Ro always say. For all of y'all who watching this, you need to share this. I need you to share this on Facebook. I need you to like everything. You ain't gotta like what we say, but like the page, because we need this in order to make this show the hottest show ever. Please do it. Sis, would you say this though? Nobody gonna get no nookie unless you say yes.
I would say that. Yeah.
Okay, so you control when I can get the nookie. I gotta count the cost.
That's where
of how much I want to invest in when you gonna say yes.
That's where that was the precipice of the double standard. That was the precipice. Let's stop, ladies and gentlemen. That was the precipice of the double standard that women is controlling this joint, right? And it's unfair.
We have to be worth the investment.
Right, but what I'm saying is you right now, while you sitting there,
I'm serious.
You
shoot, I'm sorry.
We're trying not to mess up these connections out here.
You sitting there on that first date, and you assessing everything he's saying, he doing, how he walking, how he smelling, and you determine in your mind, your good angel and your bad angel determining when we gonna give him the nookie.
Right. That was my question.
How long we gonna wait to give him this
standard that women don't talk about is that you done size this dude up.
Yeah.
From even when he's coming to talk to you, you're sizing him up, and there is a determination you made in your mind, depending on what comes out his mouth. If I'm gonna give him some, or you already decided if he
she ain't decided yet. Last time, they ain't decided, because then she gonna go back home to verify with her homegirl.
No, some of them is confident enough to decide right then.
Well, some guys are knocking it out the ballpark. Some guy, he had lined up so good with whatever her dreams were that she said, I don't need no confirmation. I don't need nobody. Me and this alcohol has determined.
Blame it on the alcohol.
me and this Patron is determined. He it tonight, right? But majority of the time, women are not having one night stand.
Well, let's see.
So let's
talk about it from a woman's perspective. How quickly are y'all lining this up from your perspective? How quickly are you determining, is he gonna get this nookie, or is that the objective? Do you give some dudes the nookie because I just need to get some, or is the guy that you're potentially want a relationship with, you make him wait on purpose? Is that the double standard that women are making out here? That some guys gotta wait because he needs to make an investment. And then other dudes,
but why you mad at-
Tyrone he gonna get it because I just need to get mine
but
in
what
the
I'm
night.
saying, but Sam, why? But I know she gonna answer. But I'm not mad. I'm not mad at the woman
Right.
who gonna make him work for it.
I'm not mad at that either.
Because
but
at the end of the day, she got to deal with. I think the problem right now is what you single. You know what you dealing with? You dealing with a lot of the baggage of women who allowed a man to get it too soon,
Right.
and he deposited in her a lot of baggage. So what I'm
Well,
saying is the woman, the longer she waits,
the
the
better.
better off she is of guarding her heart.
Okay.
So I'm not mad
Well,
at the
that's
woman
good.
who's making him work for the
No,
good.
Right.
No. I don't want that because I don't want us to get a wrong thing in the show.
Right.
I think the longer the longer you can hold out and cause him, and I don't know why some of y'all ain't holding out because you got toys, you got everything to really get the knockoff off of you. But I don't know why you're not holding out, but for some reason, some of y'all can't even wait 21 days. Even David prayed for 21. Y'all can't wait 21 days to get a nookie. But I'm saying to you is the woman who is able to make me chase, to keep me in tune,
Right.
the more I invest, the more I'm willing to stay.
We know that.
Exactly. That's why the investment is important.
Okay.
That's what
But
my sister
still, you
said.
ain't. She's still in it. She didn't. You didn't let her answer the question about women's double standard that they be having out here because they be having that list, but it's a double standard.
I think it is where that person is emotionally at that time.
Yep.
Okay.
So, I mean, I think we've all ran through the gamut of exactly
come-
what you described.
Everybody been there said
Hold-
tonight.
Hold on. Miss Duck said in her comment, thank you, Miss Duck, for trying. She said most women know that they are going to sleep with the man within the first 30 minutes of meeting the man. Would you concur? That's Miss Duck. She said within the first 30 minutes, you already know if you're gonna give him some or not.
Man, I don't know
That's
if that.
a little quick. 30
Well, I'm gonna
minutes.
tell you, I don't know if it's 30 minutes. I'm
Come
gonna tell,
on, sis.
no,
You
no, no,
No,
no,
I'm
no,
just
no, no,
saying.
no,
I'm
no,
just
no.
saying.
Hold on.
If you mean a physical need, then yes,
Duck,
absolutely.
Duck,
You know,
give
within 30 minutes.
give us some more, Duck. Give us more context to your comment.
Why you just want people to validate what you
No,
think
I'm
about?
just asking,
No,
like from a
because
woman's
there's some-
perspective,
there's
how
some-
not that you're not gonna make them work
There's
for it.
some
Let's
women-
understand it. Not that you're not gonna make the man work for it, as Frank said, but you have already determined whether you're gonna make
Make
him
your
work
mind
or
up.
not. He can have it.
Some of my
So-
best fornication came from we got in an argument. No, some of my best before I was married, my best fornication came from we probably didn't like each other when we first met.
Mm-hmm.
Like we was bumping heads because we was trying to, you know what I mean? We was bumping heads and then realized that, you know what I mean? Oh, shoot.
Okay, so
You know
I
what
got
mean?
Miss Floyd on here said usually or about an hour. That's when Duck came back in and said she said the wait is necessary. So she's not talking about the expediency of it, but she has determined within 30 minutes to an hour, even if I make you wait, I'm gonna give him some. I'm just gonna see if he can last it out. Is that an honest assessment,
That
sis?
is an honest assessment.
Okay.
Have you ever had that dude who walked in the room? He loud, he boisterous. You like, why he all loud? Why he boisterous? Why he what's it called? And you already prejudged, like, you know, he gotta always be he conceited, he arrogant, and you judge that in the room when he first immediately. And then after being in the room long
Absolutely.
enough, he might have flipped it. And you might be like, dang, you heard a conversation he had, or you heard something he be. Because sometimes we can come in. I know when people invite me places, it depends on what character they want me.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I come in and bring that character until the person realize, oh, he was just in character.
That's what
because-
I said about your representative that you send when you're on your
Come
first
on.
date. You ain't really sending the real role.
So
Real world
so if you
walking in
gave
the
me your
building?
draws in 30 minutes because of my character,
That's a problem.
then you're crazy. And
Right.
that's why you messed up right now.
And that's a red
Because
flag.
you didn't realize that all of us is in a character and you need to wait till the movie's over and maybe see me.
But again, since Duck clarified herself, she's saying
It don't
she
make
has
sense.
made a determination within 30 minutes to an hour, but the wait is still necessary.
Since-
so what
since-
happens? She's
since Duck-
determined
no,
and she waits. So
you're not gonna preach her. Duck, you tell us how long you wait before you give some other. You
Duck,
give up the goody
Duck,
goods.
come on in here. I need you to get more
Tell her to
specific. Duck.
call. Tell her to call. I got
Duck,
some questions.
Come
to
on,
ask.
Duck. Call
Since
real
she's
quick
so
because we
brave,
got to get out of here.
Since she's so
A1,
brave to put her.
Put the number
Listen,
back up here.
if
A1.
y'all, if you put in
Miss
the
Duck,
comments,
Bring.
please make
We
sure
need
you
you to
get the
bring
call.
your. If you will, please do us
She
a
ain't
favor,
calling.
Miss Duck,
She not
to
gonna
call
call.
us in.
She not gonna
He,
call.
he begging you.
He
Miss Duck.
bait
She
you,
not gonna
Miss Duck.
call.
The number
The number's on there. She's not gonna call.
424-390-6993.
She
Again,
don't.
424-390-6993.
She don't want her pastor to hear this. She ain't calling.
Duck, come on, Miss Duck. Go on, call on in so we can get your clarity because I'm trying to interpret what you're saying. My interpretation of what
Duck
I think you're
goose.
saying is that from 30 minutes to an hour of you meeting this gentleman, you have determined that you will or will not give him some, even though the wait is necessary. You're not saying that day you're going to give him some, but you've already made up your mind.
can
I
be
want to
your
make
Johnny
sure that
Cochran.
my determination is
He
right.
can be your Johnny Cochran. I don't hear no phones ringing in the. I don't hear anybody who's brave enough. If you have, you ain't got to be Miss Duck. Anybody who feels or knows or understands what Miss Duck is saying, any woman who says that's what you was amening Miss Duck, call.
Size men up.
Right. Okay. So I mean, let's talk about till
My sister didn't
we
say
get a call
30
in.
minutes.
I didn't.
She ain't no 30-minute girl. Don't do her like that.
I didn't say her. I said Duck. I said
And you was hype.
assessment.
You
No,
was
I
hype
said
like,
it's
yeah.
Duck assessment. Right.
Yeah,
Hold
Duck.
on. Yeah, that's my girlfriend. You got to. Okay. No, we need honest. I'm asking the determination because this is just my assumption that a woman has determined it don't take them months and months and months and months.
It don't take
It
nobody
don't take
months.
them days. I don't think personally, I don't think it takes a woman days and days and days to make a determination on how they feel about a man. Even as you're starting to get to
So
know
you
him,
say a woman
I
is a
would do
quickie.
this, I would do that. She's kind of formulating on what the
To give you the
representative that
draw-
she's presenting to either I want a second date, if I want to give him the
Oh,
draws,
that's
if I
crazy.
want to do all this stuff. There's determinations going on in women. That's
and,
my
and, and all I'm saying is that's a problem. If a woman is willing to give her goody good, it take me longer than 30 minutes to pick a card, bro.
I know you're
It take me longer than 30 minutes to wash
So
my
I need
behind.
the women to call in and knock
So
down my
30
assessment.
minutes. That's why so many guys is getting you. All he got to do is razzle dazzle you for 30 minutes, and he already got your draws. He already got you already wet in the panties because for 30 minutes, and that's how long he gonna stay with you. 30 minutes.
Oh, you listen, and you might be right. I'm just saying, we got a call coming in. A1.
Duck Goose calling.
We gonna call every woman Miss Duck. Don't do Duck like that. We're gonna be nice. So sis, let's talk about it. How quick is it? How quickly are we making these?
Are you asking for
determinations?
determination? Or are you asking for did a woman think about how he gonna be sexually? I think those are two different things. You getting the draws and me thinking about what you would be like if I would give you the draws are totally two different things. And I think everybody thinks about how this person might be in a sexual place as you are engaging and sizing them up. But I'm gonna give you the draws in 30. Every man you already know. I think that's rough.
We're trying to get you in, caller. All right, listen, caller, thank you for calling in. Welcome to Real Talk with Ro. Please give us your name, and are you making a comment, or you have a question, or are you rebutting what we're saying? Talk to us.
Hey, Pastor Ro, this is Miss Duck calling.
Hey,
I'm calling as a
Miss Duck,
response.
what up?
She called. What?
Absolutely.
brave
You try
girl.
to call me out, I'm
Yeah,
a call
he
in.
called you
All right,
out.
so
All right,
let's
Doug,
get the
he called you
understanding
out.
of your
Talk to
comment.
me, Ducky.
Are you talking about determination? Are you talking about sex? What are we talking about, Duck?
I am talking about clear determination. Pastor Ro, you hit it right on the nail. I know within the first 30 minutes whether or not that he's even worthy. There has to be some level of physical attraction that women go through that we feel whether we're going to give it up or not. Now, he will definitely wait for it. That's a must. But I'm going to determine at that moment how long he's going to wait and just what I'm going to put him through in that rigorous
In
exercise.
30 minutes.
In 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I clearly have an understanding. Yeah, because I know what I want. I know exactly what I want.
What do you want? Let me hear this. No, I know. No. Hold on, A1. We may not go on break. What? You in 30 minutes? You if in 30 minutes you know who he is, I know in 30 seconds you can tell me at least 3 things, major things that you want.
Come on, talk to us.
'Cause,
Doug.
I don't, hey,
I'm not saying I obviously I don't know who he is, but I know what I want out of a man. And within those 30 minutes, I'm asking questions. And I'm being very direct as to
you asking me
what my
questions.
requirements are.
So you're putting me on an interview a 30-minute interview to let me know if I can have a job of them snacks.
Absolutely. Let me say this: by profession, I work in human resources, so therefore my interview game is on point.
Okay.
Okay, so I don't need to come to you authentic, because all of us, when we go on an interview at the job, we're not trying to be our authentic self. I just need to do what I need to do to ace the job. So I don't need to be my real self. I just need to be the self that gets me the job that I need to get. So therefore, so therefore, you never gonna really get the authentic me, because all I want to do is get the job, which I know in 30 minutes, you're gonna let me know if I'm gonna get them snacks and what I'm gonna have to do to go through the preliminary part of the job. So I just need to first know, am I gonna get the job?
I don't think she said she didn't say she gonna let you know. She said she's making the determination.
Right. I'm making the decision, and I would determine whether or not you're gonna come back for a second interview.
See,
let's be clear about that.
Thank you. She's gonna let you know if she's gonna get a second. If I get a second interview, I have a better chance of knowing I'm about to get the draws.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily. That's just for a second opportunity to talk to me.
Okay. So if I get a third date, then do I know I got the draws? Because if not, then that means you just using me.
I'm not. Okay. I'm never gonna tell you whether you're gonna get the draws or not. Now, if it happens naturally and authentically, then that's a whole nother story.
But Ms. Duck, what I'm saying is, if I go on the third interview, by the time we go on the third interview, you should know I'm either getting the draws or you just getting free dates.
Not necessarily.
No, I don't agree with that. No, I don't agree with that at all.
You already knew in 30 minutes.
I knew in 30 minutes whether I was physically attracted to you enough.
So if you're not physically attracted to somebody, you will still go on dates with them knowing that they're physically attracted to you?
Me personally, no, but I know women who will.
I'm talking about you though, sis.
Yeah, no, not at all.
So the third date, you already know by my third date, you already know if we gonna have sex, and you know when and where and how. But I'm on the third date, and you're telling me that you gave a third date with me. Obviously, there's some physical attraction, right?
There can be some verbal attraction and with communication. I'm more of a communicator. Now, do I look at a man and find him physically attractive? Absolutely. But that doesn't mean I want to sleep with you.
So then why are you on a date with somebody if eventually we're not getting to the place where we want to consume, to connect?
When does a first to third date become a determination as to when I'm going to sleep with you? The communication is about getting to know, right? We have to get to know one another, plain and simple.
So there is an option.
If we're not vibing, if we're not vibing to a certain level and a certain degree, then no. Then you may become my brother through this process of getting to know you. I may find you more. I may want to hand you off to one of my girls and be like, you know what, you're a better fit for Tasha. You may be a better fit for so and so. But I'm not going to disregard. And on the third date, I may just pay for that date.
Do you live in LA?
Let's keep it real.
I do live in LA. You need to come on the show. We need to have a 2-hour show. No, we need to have a 2-hour show, because this is the stuff I'm talking about. You is just blown. If you go to this church, you just blown your pastor's mind. This is the hell of what he's scared about. That a man can invest. Are you going Dutch on these dates?
No, not on the first date. But I am a woman that will. I am a woman that may say, you know, babe, you had it a couple, you bought, we went out a couple of times. I got you. I mean, or, it's my treat. Let me bring you lunch.
Okay. You are now. Hold on. She is you are the enemy of man. You are the reason why I do my show. No, you are.
But here's the thing too. I also will cook for you. I will cook for you, and I will bring you lunch.
Hold on. Before we get there, so you're saying
I'm ready.
If you're making these, because we got to get out of
gotta
here.
go.
We got to
We
get,
just
but
gotta
we
go.
gonna bring you back. You got to hit me on Facebook Messenger because you got to bring because this you and Frank. We got to bring Lawana back too because this gonna be.
No, I like
wonderful.
Lawana. Lawana, you on the team, but this one right here, this is
You gonna, she's the one you start.
she's the
because
enemy
you
of
just said,
Adam.
When do you determine if this man get put in the friend zone if he don't know? That's the point I'm
after
talking
the
about.
30 minutes.
Truly about the third date.
Hold on. So this dude then paid almost all this money on these first 2 dates that he copping for. So there's an indication if you cop
So
for
on
the
the
third
first-
date, but if we get to
No,
the
stay
third
at
date
the
and
first
you
date,
pay
guys.
for it, if you pay for the third date, that means you done put him in the friend zone.
She's not paying for it. First of
No,
all,
Yeah,
she hold on, let her
absolutely.
absolutely. If she
Yeah,
pays for the
no,
third date, you
absolutely.
in afraid. You
how
in the
many?
friend zone.
Let me ask you this, Mrs. Duck.
Miss
Miss
Duck,
Miss
we gotta
Duck.
go too.
Miss Duck, I just want to ask you this one question: How many third dates have you paid for when you put a person in the friend zone? Because from what I'm hearing from you, I don't think you've paid for that many third dates. Because I think
It's been a few.
because I think once you,
It's been a few.
and that's been the final date too, huh?
Yeah.
Come on,
See,
come on.
Duck,
I already know what's going on.
this is
come
what
on.
I'm talking about out here in these streets that women don't want to be honest. I
And this
thank
is
you,
why-
Duck, for
this is
coming
why-
in,
this is why
being
brothers-
honest, and this why
this
we
is
where we
this
at.
is why they like they are. Because Duck over here getting free
Free
dinners.
dates and getting
and
brothers
free
getting
dinners.
over on it.
I know in 30 minutes I don't want to sleep with you, but I'm gonna go on another date to see if you can fool me. But I already know
She
you ain't
didn't
gonna
say
fool
that.
me.
No, not
She
not
didn't say that.
necessarily, because I'm worthy of that. So you know what I'm saying. I'll do the same. I'll do the same in return. If you have, I gave you or granted you
The
time with
smoke is
me.
coming out of his ears.
I
Miss
deserve-
Duck.
I deserve that.
I can see it.
Duck, listen, how you say? Wait a minute. See, come back next week. We gotta go. But Duck,
All right,
you got
you
some
guys
more
take it
questions
easy.
to
Duck,
answer.
DM the
Listen.
single pastor man over here.
So because we gonna bring
Duck,
you
are
back
you
on the
single?
show, Duck. Hit
Wait,
me
hold
in the
on,
on IG.
Duck, are
or
you
something.
single?
Look at this hookup.
Duck,
You
are
guys
single?
have a great
Oh,
evening.
that nigga want to answer the questions out here
got
in these
options.
streets.
No, she got options. It's COVID right
It's
now.
COVID.
So she got somebody.
Yeah, in
she
the
got
quarantine.
She got a
She got it in the
She got a quarantine for
She got the
friend.
quarantine,
So
babe.
he
No,
about to get.
I'm in a relationship.
All right,
And he about to get
okay, so
dismissed.
you in a
we
relationship?
don't know
but
what
you-
that means.
What is relationship? Are you? Is that your fiance,
No.
or is that he making his way to
He's-
husbandhood?
As soon as
What
COVID is
determination
over,
you
You
done
done
made
made
on
it
him?
past the third date. How about that?
Oh, don't
He's
now
on-
you want to come to her defense?
Yeah, he made it past the third date.
That don't mean nothing.
But-
See, if you put him in the friend zone in a minute, it don't mean nothing. He one snack away from a friend zone.
How long you been in this relationship?
I choose not to answer. I'll DM you guys. We'll
There we
have
go.
another
Hit me.
conversation.
Appreciate you, Duck. I
All right.
love it, boy.
Love you, Duck. You coming back next week? We gonna have to. You gonna make us have a
Duck,
part
I
3.
might
Duck around here playing duck goose out
he
here
might
in these
change
streets.
your name, baby. Boom. He's single, ready
Man,
to
Duck,
mingle.
Duck out here playing these games. I ain't, man. See, that's what I'm talking about. Listen, I love y'all. We gotta go.
You and turn
We are
him
a
on.
couple
You
of
see how
minutes.
hot? You
We're
see
a
how
couple of
happy
minutes
he
over.
is?
No, I'm not. I'm turned. I'm glad.
you
the
like
duck-
women who play
We
the
need
male-
we
man
put
game.
more ducks in. The
More
more
ducks?
ducks got to
What you
come
go-
into the show and be
Quack,
honest
quack.
about that. She playing these games because that's what I was talking about. These double standards that she didn't already made a determination by the third date. Dude don't know, but he know. He don't even know that she didn't determine that he going to the friend zone. Why am I paying for these dates and you done put me in the friend zone? Like, and he thinking he got a chance, and she
Reverend,
has
we
already
gotta go.
determined
Look,
that she ain't got a chance.
She ain't got him
She done made
riled
me
up.
mad. Listen, I love y'all. We coming back next week. We may or may not do a part 3
No,
of double standard.
we
gonna
doing
do
duck.
We doing duck.
He
Duck.
eating duck
the name,
tonight, baby.
The name of next week's show is gonna be called Duck Duck Goose.
Hey.
Duck Duck Goose next week. Y'all tune in. Love y'all. We out of here.